Watch as the border czar Tom Homan delivers a perfect response to woke actress Selena Gomez, who cried about President Trump deporting illegal aliens. We're talking about this story and so much more here on the Gateway Pundits Week in Review. My name is Elijah Schaffer, and this is the Gateway Pundits Week in Review, where we cover the top 5 stories of the last 24 hours. Our top story today, border czar Tom Homan delivers a perfect response to woke actress Selena Gomez, who cried about President Trump deporting illegal alien criminals. Check this out. Border czar Tom Homan has no sympathy for woke liberals throwing fits over the Trump administration rounding up and deporting illegal aliens across the country. As the Gateway Pundit reported earlier, Texas-born actress Selena Gomez posted on Instagram video on Monday showing her crying like a baby over President Trump's request to remove criminal aliens. Border czar Tom Homan had a strong response for her. Check this out. We have a video of it here where he's explained to us exactly what he thinks. Watch.
Don't know if you've had a chance to see a video that has been going viral over the past hour or so. We're still working to clear it and show it. In fact, the Hollywood celebrity who posted it has now deleted it, I think because probably she faced a lot of backlash for it, noting even the New York Times and Fox News polls show that a majority of American respondents are in favor of deportations of criminals and gang members. She posted a video sobbing. She was crying in it. She said, "All my people are getting attacked," with the picture of a Mexican flag. Again, she has now taken that down. But what do you say to those who are out there saying that these are everyday people, these are families that are being attacked and dragged out of their homes? How do you respond to that?
I don't think we arrested any families. We've arrested public safety threats and national security threats, bottom line. And look, President Trump won the election on this one issue, securing our border and saving lives. What happened on our southern border last 4 years is the biggest national security threat this country's seen, at least in my lifetime, because we got over 2 million known gotaways. We got a 600% increase in sex trafficking. We got a record number of terrorists crossing the border on the terrorist watch list. We have 250,000 Americans die from fentanyl coming across the open border. We're going to do this job, and we're going to enforce the laws of this country. If they don't like it, then go to Congress and change the law. We're going to do this operational apology. We're going to make our community safer. We're going to save. Once we lock that border on continuous operation, you're going to see fentanyl deaths decrease, illegal alien crime decrease, sex trafficking decrease. It's just all for the good of this nation, and we're going to keep going. No apologies. We're moving forward.
Don't know if you had a
no
chance.
Apologies, and we're moving forward. I feel like that's the mentality we all have. Look, people are trying to say that you should be allowed to break the law because of your nationality. Doesn't that kind of sound a little bit racist? Just because they're Mexican, that they should be allowed to do things that other people can't? When you or I break the law, we seek the full penalty of the consequences. Remember the January 6 people? I mean, they got pardoned, but they got the entire hammer broken down on them for what? Illegal picketing or trespassing. I thought borders mattered. Do they only matter when they're at the Capitol building, or do they matter for the rest of the country too? That's a good question that I do want to know. Now, that being said, I also want to remind you guys, this past year has been one of the hardest in MyPillow's history. It's because of you that we're making it through. Now, Mike Lindell and his employees want to thank you for your continued support by extending their wholesale prices on classic MyPillows. Get a standard classic MyPillow, only $14.98. I can't believe I'm even saying that, only $14.98. But it gets even better. Upgrade to a queen size MyPillow for just $18.98. A king size for only $1 more. Get My Body pillows for $29.98 and multi-use My Pillows for only $9.98. So go to mypillow.com and use promo code Elijah or call 1-800-210-8491 and use promo code Elijah to take advantage of these wholesale prices, including the standard My Pillow, originally $49.98, now only $14.98. Queens are $18.98, kings only $1 more. Not only that, but orders are $75 or more, ship absolutely free. Go to mypillow.com, mypillow.com, promo code Elijah, ELIJAH, or call 1-800-210-8491 today. Get these MyPillows. They're so comfortable, made in America. You're not going to want to regret it if you get some of those. They're fantastic. Now, that being said, breaking news. Trump uses emergency powers to send U.S. military into California and provide water. The days of putting a fake environmental argument over the people are over. Jordan Conradson reports, "This is amazing as a California native myself." Shocking, right? He's got the high voice. He's a little bit camp. He's wearing a polo. He's from L.A. They said that they're giving them water, but is it the kind of water I drank growing up? Because as Alex Jones says, it's turning everybody gay. Now, President Trump announced on Monday night that the United States military has entered California amid ongoing wildfires to render assistance with turning on the water. For weeks, the fires have burned across Los Angeles County, forcing evacuations, destroying more than 16,200 structures and killing at least 29 people as of Monday. The United States military just entered the great state of California, and under emergency powers, turned on the water flowing abundantly from the Pacific Northwest and beyond. The president said on Truth Social that the days of putting fake environmental argument over the people are over. Now, this comes after President Trump signed an executive order Friday titled Emergency Measures to Provide Water Resources in California and Improve Disaster Response in Certain Areas. For weeks, residents of the Los Angeles area have watched raging fires consume their homes, belongings, beloved pets, and childhood memories. Almost immediately, firefighters were unable to fight the blaze due to dry hydrants, empty reservoirs, and inadequate water infrastructure. But today, at least 28 people have lost their lives, and thousands more have lost everything else, with some damage estimates calculating hundreds of billions of dollars in damage. Now, the order further notes that the fire has affected the entire nation, and therefore it is in the nation's interest to ensure that California has what it needs to prevent and fight these fires and others in the future. It is the policy of the United States to provide Southern California with necessary water resources, notwithstanding actively harmful state or local policies, and it is the policy of the United States to assist Americans in disaster areas through responsive policies that more effectively empower them to rebuild and regain their livelihoods. The Secretary of Defense, Attorney General, Secretary of Homeland Security, Secretary of Commerce, Secretary of Interior, and Secretary of Agriculture are ordered to expeditiously take all measures consistent with all applicable authorities to ensure adequate water resources in Southern California. The section granting this authority calls for overriding disastrous California policies. Democrat state and local government leaders left critical aquifers empty, causing local firefighters to lose water and leaving the wildfires near unstoppable. Despite having abundant access to water, the California Democrats have flushed annual water flow into the ocean to save a tiny endangered fish called the Delta smelt, which they can't even find in its natural habitat. Because of these radical environmentalist policies, 29 Americans have died and thousands have lost their homes and livelihoods. This is why Trump sent in the military to save the day and forced California to provide the residents and firefighters of Los Angeles instead of dumping into the ocean. As the Gateway Pundit reported, President Trump also visited L.A., California on Friday and called out Democrat Mayor Karen Bass for the city's sluggish response and incompetence in allowing evacuated residents to return. Now, I'm pretty surprised at this, honestly. I always wondered how California gets away with just like flagrantly violating the sovereignty of our country, letting illegals have sanctuary, banning, the ability to carry a firearm, especially in cities like LA where you need it the most, and going, why can't we just tell these people, this is absolute BS. I'm all for state rights, but it's like when these state policies are actually like killing their own people, it is questionable. Now, that being said, Jim Acosta is reportedly out at CNN. Mike LaChance reports he quit live on air, and we have the video clip for you. Check this out. Here he is directly quitting on air. We'll play it for you in just a moment. And I think it's kind of funny because he's finally out.
Just wanted to end today's show by thanking all of the wonderful people who work behind the scenes at this network. You may have seen some reports about me and the show. And after giving all of this some careful consideration and weighing an alternative time slot CNN offered me, I've decided to move on. I am grateful to CNN for the nearly 18 years I've spent here doing the news. People often ask me if the highlight of my career at CNN was at the White House covering Donald Trump. Actually, no. That moment came here when I covered former President Barack Obama's trip to Cuba in 2016 and had the chance to question the dictator there, Raul Castro, about the island's political prisoners. As the son of a Cuban refugee, I took home this lesson. It is never a good time to bow down to a tyrant. I've always believed it's the job of the press to hold power to account. I've always tried to do that here at CNN, and I plan on doing all of that in the future. One final message. Don't give in to the lies. Don't give in to the fear. Hold on to the truth and to hope. Even if you have to get out your phone, record that message. I will not give in to the lies. I will not give in to the fear. Post it on your social media so people can hear from you too. I'll have more to say about my plans in the coming days, but until then, I want to thank all of you for tuning in. It has been an honor to be welcomed into your home for all these years. That's the news. Reporting from Washington, I'm Jim Acosta.
Womp, womp, womp. Okay, bye. Anyway, I have nothing to say about that. He's supposedly doing a podcast or something sometime soon. Now, that being said, a toxic RINO Senator Susan Collins may derails Tulsi Gabbard confirmations as Director of National Intelligence. Check this out. Here we go. Senator Susan Collins may derail Tulsi Gabbard's confirmation as Director of National Intelligence. Trump's DNI nominee, Tulsi Gabbard, is set to appear in front of the Senate Intel Committee on January 30th for a hearing. Gabbard cannot have even one defector on the Senate Intel Committee since the vote is split along party lines 9-8. Senator Collins, a member of the very powerful Senate Intel Committee, told The Hill that she has many concerns about Tulsi Gabbard's stance on Section 702 of the FISA, which gives government permission to spy on foreign targets without a warrant. Tulsi Gabbard previously proposed legislation to repeal Section 702 because the government abused the warrantless spying program and spied on American citizens. This comes after Susan Collins was one of the 3 GOP senators to vote against Pete Hegseth's confirmation as Secretary of Defense. Collins told The Hill in an interview that she wants to press Gabbard on her stance on Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, which allows for warrantless surveillance of foreign targets. Gabbard has sought to walk back her past criticism of the program, but Collins told The Hill she doesn't necessarily believe Gabbard's change of heart. There are several questions that I want to follow up in the hearing, Collins said, adding that she didn't want to preview them all because I want to hear her unpracticed responses, even though she expects Gabbard will be well prepared. But there are a lot of obvious issues. Collins said that her answers to written questions were very hedged on it. Now, I know that there's been a lot of reporting that she's changed her position. That's not how I read her answers. I read them as, I'll take a look at the reforms and see if they meet my concerns. President Trump ousted Joe Biden's acting director for national intelligence, Stacey Dixon, over the weekend and replaced her with Laura Shayo. Now, obviously, with what's going on here, look, we're not living in a perfect coalition government, right? It's not an exact left and right united together. We don't have Democrats and Republicans working hand in hand. We do have a centrist government that has brought in some individuals, not a lot of very big nationalists, not a lot of, staunch right-wing people, but decently sensible people. We disagree on some critical issues, but I'm not afraid, right, of RFK running things. I'm not afraid of Tulsi Gabbard running things. Do I think they're going to be perfect? Do I wish that we would have a much more nationalist, pro-traditionalist government? Yes. But it doesn't mean that I feel like these people are retarded. I'm sorry, that people think that word's offensive. It's not. Trump's in office. We're taking back our words, okay? We're not apologizing. Now, lastly, I just wanted to point out that official portrait of First Lady Melania Trump was unveiled, and it is stunning. Check out this video from Christina Lila, where she posted the unveiling directly of the thing. We'll take a look at this here. Here she is. I guess we'll just look at it. Yeah, here it is. It's beautiful. Honestly, she is stunning. And I mean, I don't want to talk about another man's wife that way, but she's pretty good looking there. Plus, she's like 60, right? Yeah, she's old. She's got a lot of kids. I mean, Barron already looks like Emperor Nero. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to join our mug club at thegatewaypundit.com. You don't get this ugly cup inside. I just don't have a sink in my studio, so I just, don't actually get to use this one. I have one at home, though. They're super good, comfortable, weighty. You want to put one in your house. They're embossed. They're not cheap. They're not badly made. And most importantly, you can use one like this or any way you want at your home to drink your coffee or your tea, as my wife says. Would you like a cup of tea tonight, Elijah? That's what she always asks me. The always answer is no, ma'am. I'm an American, and we only like to drink the blood of our foreign adversaries and inject the screams of eagles. So that's how we are in America, damn it. Have a great rest of the week, as always, and may God bless the United States of America. I'm signing out.